if you want to see this makeup look that literally got so fucked up, like I will probably just call this a makeup disaster, keep on watching. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my NARS Liquid Illuminator in Copacabana. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Anyway, I don't actually really prime my face. I just put this. Once it's rubbed in, it's actually not that, like, I wouldn't be going around using this as like an actual highlighter. It's just nice for a bit of a glow, do you know what I mean? And like my foundation's gonna be going over top of this anyway, so like we are all good. So I just rub that in literally everywhere, and then it just looks like your face has been dipped in an oil slick, and that's exactly the look that we're going for. So I literally put that all over my face, make sure it's all pressed in properly. Beta, can I have a drink? Make sure you really, you know, buff it in well with your fingers. I find fingers works best to make it just all over look glowy, like you haven't got any bits of glitter. Next, I'm going to be going in with my foundation, so I'm going to be using L'Oreal. Oh my god, cute. I love that for me. Amazing. So L'Oreal True Match in the shade. Does the shade even matter? I don't know what it is, so I guess we're gonna skip telling you that. This has been one of my favorite foundations for like ever. Fun fact, I lost all my makeup brushes in the move. We've moved house in like the last 24 hours and I literally don't know where it is, so I'm using half of my sister's shit, which means I'm using this. Like, sorry, I just don't even know where to begin. It's all like all these edges. I mean, I guess it's gonna be good for baking and getting in there, but like, I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna take this on my damp, I don't know, I can't even call this a beauty blender. So I just take a few pumps of that. I know it doesn't match my face, but everyone relax, because once I pull this all together, it all blends in, so it's fine, like, it's alright. I asked on my story for you guys to ask me questions about what you want me to talk about in this video. So I just had a look at one, and it said, how did I gain a following? And do I get paid from Instagram? So basically, I started my Instagram to document my weight loss journey. I've always been a bigger girl, and if you swipe down, I kind of just reached a point where I was like, I've just been trying like all these different diets and shit my whole life and nothing worked. So I was like, okay, surely by putting it on Instagram, I'll stick to it. And it basically just opened up my life to making healthy choices. I realized that you don't just all of a sudden love your body when you lose weight, like you still have the same body. And yeah, I just guess I show everything in my life. Well, not everything, but most things. And I don't know, people just like me and decided to follow my life. So I really didn't do anything special, and people ask me this all the time, like, how do you get, you know, how do you gain followers and shit? And obviously, like, from a business point of view, there's different stuff you can do. Like, we do giveaways all the time, and that just grinds my gears. Like, it's clearly just a marketing ploy, and I know like some people are doing it to give back to their followers, but for me, it just, like, it's what people use for businesses, which is fine if you're a business. Like, obviously it's a different ball game. But when you're just trying to get people to follow your life, I feel like you just need to be you and have a purpose. Don't go into it going, I want people to follow me and I want people, you know, I want to be an influencer. If you go in with with a passion, something you're passionate about, and you're being yourself, then people, you know, people can relate to you. People are going to follow you if they want to, and that's what you want. Like, why would you want a whole lot of people following you because they thought they were going to win like $1,000 worth of stuff? Like, no, sorry, that's just cooked. Cool, so next I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this is what I use for under my eyes. I just whack some of that on and use my beauty blender as well. This is like literally the best concealer ever. I can't even deal. Like, I used to have like creasing under my eyes all the time. This is just a mirror, by the way, in the Huda Beauty palette. I used to have creasing under my eyes all the time, and then I started using Tarte Shape Tape and like baking it with a powder, and bye, it's amazing. Like, literally amazing. And the other part of that question was, do I get paid from Instagram? No, I don't get paid from Instagram, but I do get paid working like from brands that I work with, which is incredible. And it basically, brands just approach me, and and with different campaigns or ask me to promote products, and you basically just chat about it, and they pay you for the time that you're putting in to get the content. They're paying for also like the time that you've spent to build your following over the years, like your genuine following. And yeah, that's just basically how it works. So no, Instagram doesn't pay, but yes, this Instagram is my full-time job, as well as obviously YouTube. I forget that I'm actually on YouTube right now, not on Instagram. So I pat in that concealer, and I also take it like whatever's left, sort of like down my chin, my nose, and obviously on my eyelids, because my eyelids are so what's it called? What's the word? They're so like veiny, so I need to get rid of that because it's not going to work out unless I'm doing like a maroon eye, which I'll probably end up doing anyway, but we still like to have a good base. I always get a bit of foundation on like a big fluffy brush and just blend it down my neck as well, just so that it all matches in, because like my shoulder, obviously a bit tan, but my neck just doesn't get as much sun as the old chest and shoulders. So I just take that down and blend it in, and we're away. Now I need to bake the concealer under my eyes before it gets cooked. Oh funny, baked and cooked, nah. I've been using the Cover FX? Yeah, that's what it says. Cover FX loose powder, and it's actually so good. Although when I put it on when I'm sweating, fuck, it's gone everywhere, bye. When I put it on, if I'm sweaty, like obviously in Australia it's fucking hot, it doesn't look too good. I get these white dots like all under my eyes, and then I just have to go back in and blend them in. Like it's a bit funny, but oh well, we'll just deal with it, won't we? Cool, so I just take the loose powder on the sponge. This is all like, I don't even know what to do with this. Oh my god. It's all like on an angle. I guess that's just as good as we're gonna get it, isn't it? It like isn't the right shape for under my eye, like I can't get it on all the corners. Oh well, we're just making do with what we've got right now. So what happens when you lose your makeup bag? You just have to make do. Cool, so I'm just gonna let that sit and let it bake and cook and all the things. And also it works as like a shield, because lots of people do their eyes before they do their like concealer and foundation, but I haven't hacked that. Like I don't like doing that, so I just do like under my eyes like this, and then when I go to dust it off, I swirl my brush in more product, and it just like picks it up with it and takes it, and then you don't get like a, you know, like the marks from you brushing away the fallout. So that's my little hack. Next I'm moving on to eyebrows, so I'm going to use the Brow by Benefit in the shade 2. I used this when I was blonde, so I go over with eyeshadow at the end, and just a random brown eyeshadow to make them darker, but I use this pomade first because it kind of just like makes the powder stick more. If I come forward, is that going to be better? I've had my eyebrows tattooed, but obviously when I go over them with foundation they kind of disappear, so then I just go over and retrace where I want the brows to be. Someone asked me on my story if I would ever bring out my own activewear line, and it's definitely something that I can see myself doing. I just feel like the activewear market is really saturated. Like there are so many activewear brands now, and every fucking man and his dog, sorry I really can't focus when I'm doing this, every man and his dog is bringing out their own activewear. But I'm very particular about my activewear, and so I feel like if I brought some out it would be fucking bomb, and it would be so good for like us curvy girls. But we will see. I haven't like, you know, gone in on it, but it's definitely something that could be a cool thing that I would totally look into, for sure. Okay, so I've kind of just like gone over where my eyebrow is, and then I like have left the front. Can you see that? Like I've just done a line and a line, and then I just kind of blend it in, but I kind of leave it a bit and then fix it later. So same on the side. Now that I've used the Brow, I just take like a brown. This is just a chocolate brown. This is in the palette Modern Renaissance by Anastasia, and it's called Cypress Umber. But I just, any brown's gonna do. This one's real pigmented, so I've got to be careful, otherwise I end up with cooked brows. I literally just drag it through, kind of focusing on the tails, and it just kind of gives it a more warm tone as well, because that pomade that I used is quite ashy, which was good when I had blonde hair, but now that I don't, well, it's still a bit blonde underneath all the fucking fucked up toner that got put in my hair. So can you see it's just like a little bit darker and a little bit more warm tone, matches my hair a little bit better. So that just goes through here. So brows are done, and I'm just gonna take this Rimmel Stay Matte cheap as shit powder and set the rest of my face with a massive fluffy brush. So I just kind of take it in the spots where I'm gonna put other products. I'm obviously gonna bronze my forehead, so that's a spot where I put the powder, and then where I'm gonna contour is definitely like a must, and I try just pat it on so that I don't lose any of the foundation. If I don't put a powder on and then like I try and contour over my foundation, just disgusting, like moves everywhere, just not right. And then obviously now that we're in frickin' Australia and I'm just sweating constantly, I put it on my sweaty upper lip and my chin, because that's where I find I sweat the most. So now that I've set my face, I'm gonna move on to my eyes. I'm just wearing like denim on denim tonight, and I don't even know what top, like literally I haven't even thought about it. And we are leaving in like 40 minutes, so that's gonna be cute. So I'm just gonna go for like a smoky eye, like a warm smoky eye. I haven't done one of these in ages because I obviously had lashes for so long, so I haven't been able to like get in there, and now I can. So let's just go for it. Let's just do this dark smoky eye. I'm gonna use my sister's palette, which I've just gone and stolen from her room. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam. Do you want me to like talk you through all the colors and shit that I'm using? I guess I should. I'm just gonna use like a base color. This one, oh no, that one's shimmery. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I actually lied. I'm first gonna use my Huda Beauty palette, and I'm just gonna like put this Desert Sand shade down so that I'm not having like creasing on my eyelid. So whacking that on. Someone asked about the necklace that I'm always wearing, and that is, this gold chain is just from mum. She got it for me for my birthday, and the little plate one is engraved. Vita got it for me for my birthday, not the one gone, but the one last year. I'm gonna start building up the crease now, and I'm going to just be taking like some of these browns across here, like starting with the lighter one. So I'm gonna start with like this burnt orange one and a mixture of these two, and build it up in the crease. So yeah, he bought the necklace for me for my birthday last year, and it is engraved with the coordinates of our first date. So cute. Literally, I get so many messages about that necklace, like all the time. I can't even. This like eyeshadow's real powdery. I don't know what's going on. So now that I've got nice orange eyelids, I'm going to move on to some deeper tones. So I'm going to be taking Sienna, and we're going to see how that goes. It's more of like a red, isn't it? But we're just going to see. I haven't actually used this palette before, so we're doing it together. So now I'm just going to keep building up the crease and just move along. So I've gone that. Now I'm just going to use this more cool toned rustic, and then finish with that Cypress Umber. Hey, that's in the other palette too. Oh, funny. They've used like the same colours. How did I not know that? Funny. Someone asked how Brisbane life is treating me. So we moved from from Wellington to Brisbane. What, how long ago now? 2 months ago, I'm guessing it will be now. And yeah, I'm loving it so far, but I miss home. Like, I definitely miss home. All my friends are there, and like it's always hard moving. I'm gonna take Cyprus now. It's always hard moving. Like, I know no one here. Like, obviously my family's here, and like my sister, and so that's cool, but like as far as friends go, like bye. So I definitely miss my friends hard out. Oh, I'm not sure if I like that cool tone in the crease. I'm just gonna blend it out. I'm gonna bring some warmth back, so I'm just gonna take this shade here, the orange. I know it looks scary, but it's actually fine. From my Huda Beauty palette. It's called Blazin'. And that should just kind of bring it all back in together. I'm gonna start going in on my lid, because as you can see, like the darkest shade is kind of in here, and then it goes warmer. So I'm gonna make my lid like even darker. So I'm gonna take this shade Oud, I don't know, and chuck that on there. I'm just using like a little fluffy brush because I want to use it to blend. Like, I don't want to pack it on, I want to just like blend it up, if that makes sense. I'm feeling going even darker on my lid, so just along the lash line I'm going to take Noir, so that's literally a black, but I've built up the color so it's not going to be like black and it won't blend properly. Like I'm just going to really slowly, like I've just touched it, and I'm just going to really slowly build it up on my lash line and on my lid. So just real slowly bringing that up. See how it just blends nicely? If you just go nice and slow, if you go too fast, shit's not gonna work out for you. Is it like not focusing on my face when I do that? Probably. I don't even know. It's hard to like be in the frame when I'm trying to focus on not like fucking my face up. Oh well. I'm now just going to bring in a bit more of that like maroony kind of tone. So I'm going to be taking some red ochre and also some of this down here, the saffron. So just slowly sort of bringing that through the crease and also in that outer V, just so it fades to like a nice warm, reddy, smoky look. Hopefully I'm not wearing a fucking pink top tonight. Who knows? I haven't even thought about that yet, so I could just be like fucking myself up. This part here is looking a bit funny, isn't it? How am I gonna fix that? All right, it's time to wipe off my bake. So I take more product on like an angled brush, and like you can see there's fallout there and I don't want to smudge that in. So I literally just flick it and I just use little motions to flick it off. I feel like my steps are all muddled up, but now I'm going to finish off my face and then go back to doing like my lash line and my highlights and stuff. So going to bronze with the Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil. I don't even know how to say it, but basically it looks like this, and it's just a nice like warm matte brown. And so I start back here, taking on the angled side, and I just want to start like right under my cheekbone. I always start with the product back here. I never like go like in here. I take a little bit down the sides of my nose to bring a bit of warmth back into my face, and then obviously along my hairline and my forehead to bring that up nice and brown. Now that I've bronzed slash contoured, more sort of contoured, I'm going to take this I don't even know what happened. I'm going to take this peachy blush that's called Life's a Peach by L'Oreal, and that's just on like this big fluffy angled bronzer brush, but I just like it for blush, and I'm just going to smile. It's got a real nice sheen to it, and then take that back up here. Just, you know, blend it up. So I'm just cleaning up a little bit of my contour down the bottom just to make it nice and sharp and sculpted and snatched. So it's time to finish up my eye look. So I'm going to be taking the colors that I kind of want brought out in my eye look. So instead of taking like cool tones under my lash line, I'm going to be taking like the warmer tones in there that I want to pop. I'm going to go in with this palette, which is the Soft Glam Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to use Sienna, and I'm just always going to go real lightly with this because I find, see, like literally I've used the tiniest bit and it just grabs hard out under my eye. So as you can see, it's kind of bringing out like the warmer tones already. So just joining that up on the sides, and then using a little bit of taking a little bit of the rustic as well. So I've just blurred that all the way along my little lash line down there. It's now my favorite time of any makeup look in the whole history of makeup looks, and this is highlight. So I'm gonna start with my inner corner, and for this, firstly I'm going to be going in with just like a shimmery shade. So I'm going to be using this one, which is Fairy, and that Soft Glam palette, and that's just going to be like kind of like the base for the highlight. So I'm not taking much, I'm just taking a little bit on like a tapered oh, I quite like that. That is quite nice. It catches the light real nice. Oh, I always get like eye bogeys when I do this. Eye bogeys, does anyone else call them that? So the reason I take like a shade first is that I can sort of blend it up and down into the dark tones and into my eyeshadow, just because I find if I just put the Chi Chi, which is the highlight of all highlights for your middle corner, it's like that metals, what is it, metallic foil eyeshadow. So if I just take that straight away, it's just like a pop of that, and then there's nothing to kind of blend it into the rest of my eye. So I always put that down first, and then I'm going to take a little bit of this. It's honestly amazing. I take it on my nail because I find that just sticks better. On a brush it just doesn't go, and I literally just pop it on there with my nail. Now I start off with a little bit because it is real, like, can you see that already? I've literally tapped the tiniest bit on. I'm trying to lean forward so you can see it a little bit more. But if you go too overboard with this, like, it's real hard to get off because the foil kind of just like blurs everywhere and like bleeds out. I feel like it just brings any, I just don't even know what's happening here, I'm gonna have to fix it, but I feel like it just brings any kind of eye look together, like that, oh, that little pop of shimmer and glitter and metallic goodness, and I love it. This one's kind of like a bit rose gold, but I feel like it goes because of the like warm tones in the rest of my eyes. Amazing. I'm going to use that same brush I use for the blush and take Global Glow by MAC. It's almost gone, but it's just like a nice bronzer. I wouldn't use it as a highlight because it's a little bit too dark for me. So now that that's on there, I'm just going to dust off the bit where I cleaned up my contour, so be right back. Taking Oh Darling by MAC, is that going to focus? It's just a really beautiful gold shade that I love for the cheeks and for the brow bone. So I'm just going to take that and dust it over my cheekbones, up a little bit on my temples as well. You can probably see better on this side, can't you? Take a little bit on my finger, and I will take that just sort of up here on the bridge of my nose, and then also on the little point. Also on my Cupid's bow, and on my brow bone, of course. And the last little bit of highlight that I'm going to use is the MAC Soft and Gentle, which is such an OG highlighter. It's just a really nice, like, it's not too pinky, it's not too silver, it's not too gold. It's like sort of more of the natural color highlighters, if you know what I mean. So as per usual, I just dust that all literally everywhere. Like, try stop me. I'm gonna get in here with some mascara and lashes, so I will be back in a second. Okay, so this is the finished look. You guys have no idea how fucked up that was. Like, literally, look at this eyeshadow, it's gone all cooked. I had glue honestly everywhere. Maddie had to come and stick the eyelashes on for me. I've got no real lashes for it to cling to, so literally cheers to this. Just fucking disaster. I put some lashes on, put some mascara on, not that you're even gonna copy this, but this is it, team. This is it. Cheers, and thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and go over and follow my Instagram, Health Check 101.